My name is Karl Grubaugh. I am new to the Ignite staff. I'm a high school teacher. I teach newspaper and online web journalism at Granite High School in suburban Sacramento. I also teach advanced placement micro and macroeconomics, which makes me weird. And I'm going to talk a little bit about storytelling. We've heard a whole lot from Gabby. We're going to talk about, yes, everyone has a story. And we're going to try and engage you with this concept this afternoon in about 30 or 40 minutes or so. So what is your story? That's kind of the concept we're going to dig into. Here's the thing I want to make sure you get and you're clear on. You cannot tell your entire life story, nor can you tell somebody else's entire life story. You have to zero in. You have to focus a little bit. Otherwise, it's just too much. So I want you to think about it. I'm going to give you about a minute. I'm actually time it. I want you to think about what is your, not your life story, what is your Ignite You story? You're here. You're at Pepperdine in Malibu, California. What is that story? What brought you here? What are you maybe hoping to take away from this 5 days? What kind of challenges do you face? Not necessarily personally, but in terms of your yearbook, your newspaper, your online, whatever your medium or media happen to be, what are some of the challenges that you face? I want you to think about something called an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is a conversation you can have in an elevator in about 30 seconds to a minute. If you're in an elevator and you meet somebody for the first time and it's sort of maybe a quick introduction, normally it might be awkwardly looking away from each other because it's weird to look at people in an elevator, but if you actually have a conversation and engage, the elevator pitch is that 30 seconds to a minute pitch description mini story. That's what I want you to think about. What would your elevator pitch be today about Ignite You? What brought you here? What are your takeaway hopes for what you're going to get out of this experience? What are some of the challenges that you're going to be facing when you get back to your high schools? You're going to have about 2 minutes. It's going to be less than that. I'm going to cut it down. You have 1 minute. I'm going to start a stopwatch. And you are going to just silently build in your head an elevator pitch focused on Ignite You. Ready? Set. Go. Got it? Okay. All right. Please, now, I just have to share this because you're going to share this in a moment with somebody else. And right away, as soon as I say that, some of you are freaking out. I don't want to share that. It's not good enough. It's terrible. My elevator pitch is bad. Hang on. I want you to raise your right hand now. State your name. State your name. Hereby allow myself to be forgiven for a bad elevator pitch. Everybody else's pitch will also be equally unprepared. It's okay. All right, so you've got it in your head. You've got an elevator pitch. Listen for some directions. We're going to move you around in a moment. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to engage in some partner speed dating. You can leave your stuff where it is. We're not going to leave the room. We'll stay here. But you're going to get up and move. But you're going to need to bring something or some things with you. This will not take too long. It can't take too long. You're going to bring with you your cell phone or other photographic device. And you're going to bring, if you have it, a writing implement and a little something perhaps to jot notes on. Or you can do it on your phone, whatever works for you. Now, how are we going to arrange ourselves? Here's what's going to happen right now. You're going to be lining up. When I say go, you're going to line up around the room, 3/4 of the room. What is your birthday month and day? Don't worry about the year. My day and month is February 15th. Anybody else? February 15th? Anybody? No? If your birthday is January 1st, you're going to be starting in that corner. And then we're going to be coming down the wall January, February, March, April, May, June. If your birthday is June 30th, you're going to be right about here. July, August, September, October, November, December 31st in that corner. You're going to quickly, drawing no blood, breaking no bones, damaging no furniture. You're going to quickly find your spot from January 1st to December 31st. Ready? Go. Set. Go. There we go. 1 minute. Hear my voice, clap once. Hear my voice, clap twice. Good. Thank you. You have 1 minute for each of you to answer that question. That's 30 seconds each. Your favorite vacation destination ever and why? Go! Done. Give that partner a high five. Tell them thank you. When I say go, switch partners. You can't repeat partners. Find someone new. Put your hand in the air with that person. Get set, go! Here we go. Speed dating question number 2. First, introduce yourself. Then you have 1 minute total to answer that question. If money was no object, what car would you buy and why? 1 minute, go. This time, it's got to be a third person that you have not paired up with. Go. Remember the elevator conversation you created about 7 minutes ago? You're going to take turns. You're going to share your elevator conversation with a person you most likely don't know. It's very likely you do not know this person. If you are a journalist, yearbook, newspaper, online, broadcast, you are often talking to people you do not know. And you've got to try and figure out how to make them feel comfortable with that conversation, etc. So you may not know, you probably don't know the person you're about to share with, the person you've just been sharing with. What I'd like you to do is, I want you to share, you're going to have about a minute, so about 30 seconds each, and you're going to share your elevator pitch with one another. When the other person is sharing, you're listening. When they share, vice versa. They're going to be listening, you're going to be listening on your turn. Ready? Then we're going to do something with this in just a moment. It's already on the screen. We'll explain it in a moment. But share your Ignite You elevator pitch. Go. You are now the writer, the broadcaster, the yearbook page designer and content creator of some kind of a feature story focusing on the person who just gave you their pitch. You're going to lead. You're going to write the introductory opening one sentence for the other person's story. And you're going to do it in your head, and then you're going to say it out loud to them. It won't be perfect. That's okay. So I'm going to give you just a moment. I want you to reflect. What did you hear? And you're going to write the lead to their Ignite You story and repeat it back to them. Ready? Go. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Here's what's next. You have your phone or other photographic device with you. You're going to take this partner's picture.
Get their photograph, take one another's photograph, take their picture, and you're going to share with one another your contact information so that if you need to follow up this interview, you can do so in text or call or possibly email. You have 1 minute, photo and contact. Go! Hey, your partner, give a high five. Tell them thank you very much. Come on back to your seat. Thank you. Here's the question. Gabby argued that everyone has a story to tell. Did you hear any stories? Partners 1, 2, and 3. Short, brief, I know, but did you hear any stories? Did you believe it? That people have a story to tell? That's the question that I think is an important one. Whatever your medium is, your book, newspaper, online, broadcast, you are about telling other people's stories. Because they've got them. But sometimes they're hard to get to, sometimes they're hard to dig out. So just for a couple moments, I want to think about what do we have to do to help tell stories? How do we dig these things out? So a quick discussion. I want you to turn to a person near you. You're only going to have 30 seconds. But if you're trying to dig into the person, let's say we're talking about your third partner where you heard their elevator pitch. You get a little bit from them. But that's not enough, probably, to tell an entire story. Maybe you could do something like a junior, much smaller, less sophisticated version of Humans That Will Work, and they spend a ton of time. Maybe you could take that elevator pitch and make it something much less in-depth than what they did. But if you want to tell a deeper, more meaningful, more engaging story, I'm going to suggest you're going to need to come up with some more questions. So what I want you to do is turn to someone near you, and I want you to take 30 seconds. Based on the thing that you heard from partner number 3, based on the story that you began to hear from somebody else, what are some of the questions that you would want to ask to get more out of them to go deeper? Ready, set, go. There's going to be sessions this week that will allow you to dig into this concept even more. How do you interview well? How do you help people tell those stories? Things like making sure that you're not asking simple, basic yes and no questions. You're digging in. You're making sure your questions are open-ended. If you're prepared, you've done some background research. There's all kinds of things that different sessions will dig into. But I'm going to bet that if we took 10 or 15 minutes, we would come up with a terrific list of in-depth, more engaging kinds of questions, which is the kind of thing that you're going to be trying to do. So, does everyone really have a story to tell? Let's find out. So I'm going to ask you, this is going to be a little awkward. I don't want you to take a ton of time on this. But I want you to look around the room right now and find, this might be hard to do, find partner number 3, that last person you spoke with. Don't go, whoa. Look around the room, don't go anywhere yet. Look around the room. Make sure you know who that person is. Got it? Got it? All right. When I say go, you are going to have approximately 5 minutes. That's not a lot. We're going to find one another. We're going to be seated together in this room. And you are going to ask some of those questions that we just described, and you're going to take notes. On a phone, on a piece of paper, you're going to take some notes. You're only going to have 5 or 6 minutes. So I need to ask you to, as easily and as quickly as you can, find each other, find 2 chairs side by side. You're going to interview one another. You only have 5 minutes. Ready, set, go! That's punchy, that's witty, that's clever. You're not going to go for the summary or the date lead. On July 25th, Susie joined more than 200 others at Pepperdine University. No one's going to keep reading after that. You just killed them. So something snappy, but we've already given you forgiveness for what? For it won't be good enough. We get that. You get 1 minute on your phone, on a laptop, on a piece of paper, whatever you'd like, write the lead. I don't have time to tell you the greatest lead ever. If you come to one of my sessions, I will. 1 minute, silence, write your lead. 25 words or less, go. You are here because you're storytellers. You're here to get better at telling stories in your communities, for your yearbook, for your newspaper, for your online websites, for your broadcast productions. I hope for you a great week. I hope for you an awesome week as you get a chance to develop new skills, establish new relationships, and move forward to be the best possible storyteller you can be. Thanks.
Thank you.